Mango, is that the safe word?
Yeah, that's my safe word.
Are you always this clever?
I have my moments.
Yes.
The end is hard. That's what I'm scared about, but I'm okay. Hey friends, how's it going? I just wanted to say hello, and actually I don't have anything on my desktop. Let me give you my big face mode here so I can give you a proper hello. All cam with chat. Oh yeah, this is my favorite one. For big face mode. Hi friends. I was just actually drinking some coffee, and I was thinking about doing a quick little stream and saying hello because just yeah, getting ready for the evening. It's like 6 p.m. right now, and I already did like my first whole session of my day and got a lot of stuff done already, and preparing for, actually I'm going to do a Twitch stream later tonight because even though I don't do too many scheduled streams every Wednesday, I promised myself and my community that I'll do streams on Twitch every Wednesday, and that those streams are designated to do either game dev related, either game dev or art, but really I was trying to get myself to do either Unity, Blender, or anything related to like actual games that we're working on. So today on Twitch I'll probably be working on a bit of promo and some promotional material for our most recent game that came out, and also yeah, pretty much preparing that game for Steam, and I'll tell you more about it later, but I already did a video about it. Oh, I guess I did a trailer. I haven't exactly talked about Tank Off. I'll just say it was Tank Off. So we released Tank Off recently, and it's this really awesome game, and it's free to play right now, and it's multiplayer, and it's on MartianGames.com, but we just put it on itch.io and GameJolt too. So, and the idea is to put it on Steam, but Steam has some other requirements that you have to do, like not just pay $100, but you also have to make sure that you have all the correct sizes for. And I actually got to do a lot of the banner art, and like on Steam when you're setting up a game page, it's actually pretty fun because if you know Photoshop, then this is like perfect for someone like me who knows how to do like title scenes and banners and profile pictures, and I'm used to resizing things to fit different dimensions, and so that's actually a really fun thing that I got to do, is help set up the Steam page for Tank Off. But we're still finishing up some other things. Like we actually threw together that little trailer really fast because we thought that, well, if you have to put a video, you have to put some type of video up on the Steam page before it can be reviewed. And so they said that, well, the video was fine, but that we have to do a couple other things. So I'll be sure to keep you posted, and as soon as it's available, because first it'll be coming soon on Steam, and when it's available to wishlist, I'll be sure to tell everyone. And it is actually a really fun game to play. Obviously, I'm biased because I work at Martian Games. So it is super fun though to play. If you like if you like driving cars in a really kind of like, okay, pretend you're on a roller coaster and you're flying around the place, and say you're in a car or you're in a plane. Okay, not in real life though, in a game. And you have that experience of like flying through the air. I don't know if maybe this sensation is stronger for some people than others, but for me, I love games where I'm just flying around, and Just Cause 4 is a game that I'm still playing right now, and I'm like maybe only a fourth of the way through it. So but I love Just Cause, and that's an example of a game where I get that sensation of flying around the environment. And in Tank Off, even though you're driving a tank, you actually get to fly off. Like, you can take like a running jump off of hills and do lots of flying through the air with your turbo boost. And since it's multiplayer and you play on teams, you can play with your friends, and there's chat in Tank Off and stuff. So, oh yeah, you know what? I was so proud of myself that I had made all these cool shortcut commands the other day. Social pop-up links for YouTube. I think that I had never actually updated this whole bunch of them right here, but oh no, that's not the right thing. Okay, well, the link popped up on screen with the wrong graphic. But that's a really cute graphic for the B42 team. That's really cute for something else. So yeah, that cute little dog up there is adorable. But I was going for something else in this case. That's cool. But yeah, so I will be sure to let you know whenever it's actually up on Steam, and when it is, it'll be coming soon for a while, and we'll get to do some like beta testing together with the community. And that's actually what we're doing right now before it's even up on Steam. But while it's on Steam, still coming soon and like early access, it's actually pretty exciting to see how releasing a game works because I always wanted to make animations and I wanted to do anything that had to do with cartoons, and I thought, well, maybe I thought when I was a kid, well, maybe I'll be an actress or maybe I'll make cartoons. I really thought like leaning more towards like I would be an animator or something, even though I never really took the initiative to like be constantly drawing or animating. So I was like, what is my niche? You know, like what is my thing? And there's lots of different types of artistic expression, you know, and outlets that I've enjoyed over the years, like painting and dancing and video editing and stuff. Streaming is very creative, but definitely I feel a draw towards technical art and creative arts that are complicated. I don't know why. I guess it's like doing a puzzle. Like if you ever actually enjoyed doing puzzles as a kid or anything, or lots of adults like puzzles. Um, I seem to remember when I was a kid that it was only adults that liked puzzles, but they were the ones that got me into enjoying puzzles and finding the little pieces that fit and stuff. So I get that kind of sensation when I'm working on something in Unity or even like 3D modeling. It's like I don't actually do knitting either. I don't really do puzzles anymore that much, like not like physical puzzles, but I did quite a few when I was younger, and I maybe tried to knit a couple times or crochet. You know, I tried doing that a few times, but I never got good at it. But I imagine that the type of gratification that the people that love those hobbies, that they get that type of satisfaction from doing those things that take a really long time. And I feel like I am kind of one of those people that has that type of that draw towards technical art and creative arts that are not exactly all that easy, because sometimes when I'm doing things that I feel like are too easy, my mind will just start to wander and I'll start to do something else at the same time. For example, oh, you know, the cute thing is still on there. Anyone have sometimes like relatives or people, one second. Let me just find this one thing I had. Oh yeah, there's cool alerts and media. Let me just turn that off really quick. Accidentally was having that on there for too long. um, oh yeah, so technical art is really gratifying in the way that it's not exactly easy, and sometimes I have to bang my head up against the wall a few times before I understand what I'm even doing. Or if I'm trying to learn how to do something new, I might have to watch some tutorials. Sometimes I'll have to watch hours of tutorials to learn something new, depending on what it is. And the more technical and the harder it is, then it's almost like the more painful it is to learn. But then it's like as if, you know, once I learn something that's pretty hard, like challenging to get, you know, to understanding, then oftentimes I feel like I'll learn that lesson and I'll remember it. I guess it just depends all the time. I wouldn't really always say that I know too much about all that. A lot of the time I'm doing things for the first time, and in fact I would say most of the time I'm doing things for the first time, especially in the last like 5 or 10 years. Most of my hobbies have been things that I've picked up as an adult, and a lot of the digital art and software that I've been learning and trying to learn Unity and C# has definitely been really fun and artistically gratifying and also technically challenging. So learning C# is a programming language that if you've never learned any type of programming, then it can be really daunting, and it certainly was for me. So I was never really good at math or I feel like I wish that they had started me with like physics and then worked me back doing like started with physics and gone after that to like chemistry and then to algebra, and then actually I really liked basic math, but for some reason I failed algebra like 3 times. So I always thought that just there's no way I would be good at anything math related. And I really didn't know I didn't know better, so I kind of coupled that together with the idea of engineering or the idea of building things. But you don't need to be a mathematician to build things or to have a love for the idea of creating worlds, which is what you do in Unity or what you can do with art, animation, game development, or 3D modeling, which are my main passions. So, yeah, I would definitely say, especially during quarantine, I've found it to be really helpful to have outlets, and it's been really difficult, honestly, on some days to just function normally. And for me, things that will bring me out of the dumps. Like, say I'm just not feeling good, like I can't get myself out of a negative like feeling. This will happen usually if I don't get enough sunlight, or I don't eat enough healthy food, or I don't get enough exercise, or if I read too much news all at once, then I'll just get like maybe down in the dumps. I won't feel really good. And so I have to like consciously remind myself every day to like make sure to eat healthy and eat and drink lots of water throughout the day, and stay healthy consciously. And it can be difficult also, not just with the current pandemic and state of the world, with all kinds of things going on with main, like huge human rights issues and things like being talked about. And there's a lot of serious topics in the world that can be challenging to, consider, especially when it feels like, well, anyway, I don't really want to get on that tangent too much. I was trying to make the point that in light of those things that, is so long as, like, for me at least, as long as I take vitamins and drink, I just try to stay healthy and stay active. I try not to sit still for too long. So if I'm working at the computer, and if anyone else is like working at their computers a whole lot, like, I would definitely recommend getting up and standing and stretching and doing a lot of like stretching to, compensate for all the sitting. And I got my yoga mat right over there. In fact, my yoga mat would even fit right here. Like, I should start doing streams where we actually get up and do some yoga, just to be a good example for ourselves and others. Because I happen to read on, I'm always doing lots of reading. Maybe there wouldn't be so many problems with the world if I wasn't just reading all this information. What's that one saying? Like, if a tree falls in the woods but no one's there to see or hear it, did it really happen? Well, I don't think that that's a riddle necessarily. I think that that maybe is. Anyway. um, I'm already getting on a tangent again, but that is in my nature. I think for people like me, I got probably some ADD, among other things that have probably gone undiagnosed over the years. I think being a creative person and having a lot of creative friends in my life, I feel like it is a common feature that with creative people, sometimes it can be challenging to like sit still and like, either like if you have ADD or if you have trouble focusing, like for me, it's like I have to like have several projects at once that I can kind of go back and forth to keep my mind feeling active and stimulated. And then I also, once I finally have a project that I am like get in the groove, I can super get obsessed with a project and like do a really good job on something that I'm working on. If only I can get to that point of like genuinely wanting to do it. And like, I can't really just do something for the money. Like, if something, say someone offered me a whole bunch of money to do something that I didn't really want to do, like, there's just no convincing me, because I just need to be genuinely inspired enough to do something, not only because it would be a bunch of money. Although, of course, that would probably play into the consideration. But I have definitely had, well, I wouldn't really say that I've had a lot of offers that I've turned down where I was like offered a lot of money, period. But definitely not turned them down or anything. But normally, well, as a freelancer, it's kind of fun. It's like a cool feature of being a freelancer that you can negotiate. So if ever there's a project or a collaborative idea or a business idea or like graphic design or something that people need, then you can always come to an agreement and like some type of conclusion that is fair for both parties. And I'm definitely a full-blown adult now, but it hasn't really been my whole life that I was doing freelance art necessarily. Well, like more recently I've been getting into doing graphic designs on Fiverr and just in general for my own channels, like updating my own channel art and other helping other people with their channel art more so lately. But in the past, I would collaborate with other people. Usually it was more like with photographers and models, or sometimes I'd have friends who would do like indie films and I would help with that stuff like behind the scenes. Or my friends would put on like music events and I would be helping like as a stagehand and stuff like that. So I had a lot of practice collaborating and working on teams in different environments, like at events and parties and different special events, like it's even like bartending and stuff like that. So although it doesn't really sound totally related, it kind of is because all that socializing and I think naturally I'm probably an introvert who is not necessarily um okay, I probably am not the least awkward person you'd ever meet, but because of all the socializing I've had and like hanging out, working lots of different jobs and like just hanging out with people, and I'm just always really curious about people. So I do actually enjoy the company of others and learning about people and stuff. So a lot of the time I'll make my decisions based on the company of others, or like if I were to take on an opportunity, it would probably be because I was interested in the opportunity or the people on the team. Things like that are the things that will get me inspired to, motivated to do things. But a lot of the times I'm just busy or I don't have time to do things, or well, like when I was younger I had a lot more time to do like, and I still do a lot of collaborations and often for just exchange for credits and whatnot. But when I was younger I'd say even more time. Like I still am doing like full-time freelancing and collaborating whenever I can, but since the things at our little studios seem to be working out all right, just working on our own projects and like figure that that's the best bet is to refine my own skills. And because like even if I wanted to go get like 2 or 3 minimum wage paying jobs, like it just isn't really it's not really a living wage that is something that you could buy a car, you could buy a house, you could raise a family or something like that. Like it just isn't really enough. I've lived like certain different ways where I'll have either several jobs in no time, or a good job. I don't know. I've had different experiences, and I think at this point I what I would really love to see is for my own skills to improve to the point where I could actually create, something of my own that would be something I'm proud of and something I can say that I learned how to do, and maybe even like build my own team one day. But in the meantime, just working on my own skills and just working on keeping my own shit together, making sure all my bills are paid, and making sure the roof and bills are paid, and just maintaining, and maybe one day down the line, like in another 5 or 10 years, like actually have a product or a team, or maybe my website will actually become super awesome one day. But right now all it is just a little portfolio site. So if anyone's interested in web design or website building or anything like that, feel free to check out jennynexus.com. I am trying to make some like updates every day, but I don't always have time, so whenever I get the chance then I do that stuff. All right, well, what I'm gonna do now is we're gonna go get some delicious food, and I was going to go to the store and get some more. I found this awesome rubber band, and these awesome hair rubber bands. Actually, I saw some dude was using like fishing string and kite string. Some guy said that kite string was perfect for doing tie-dyed shirts. I'm like, and as for the tie-dyeing idea, I'm still gonna do a tie-dyeing shirt video for my other YouTube channel, DIY with Jenny. So if you like DIY fashion, check that channel out. And I'm gonna go get some more rubber bands like this so I can actually do my very first tie-dyeing t-shirt video for that channel. And I got the t-shirt hanging up on that mannequin, and I have at least like 2 if not 3 shirts I wanted to try to use these 2 little boxes of RIT dye. And if you've ever seen those little RIT dye boxes or bottles at the store and been tempted to buy them, well, every time I see them I've always been wanting, I'm like, oh, I want to learn how to use that stuff. Well, I finally bought purple and black, my favorite colors. So the goal is to make that tie-dyeing video like yesterday. So I'm gonna go get some more rubber bands. I realized I didn't have any kite string, and I didn't really have enough rubber bands to feel satisfied with doing that video. So we're gonna get more rubber bands and get lunch, and then when I come back, I'm gonna actually put the tie-dyeing idea on hold. We're gonna stream on Twitch and backtrack into game dev for the evening and see how far we can get with some tasks for Tank Off promo. And last night before bed, I actually started on a promo page for Tank Off, because you know how when people release a new game and or a new film, and like anyone that is serious about their art or their craft, you know, if you're making games or art or even like music or any of that stuff, you probably have a portfolio site of some sort or a link to your craft. And so that's what I'm basically building the best that I can for the game right now. And honestly, last few times I tried to do that, it didn't really work out too well, because I don't know, I didn't really go to school for marketing or anything, but I have been watching so many videos on how to do it properly, the whole marketing a game or marketing a business or a brand, and I'm still trying to decide how professional I can possibly become without selling out on my own personal profiles. But as far as games and creations, that I'm actually going through all the trouble, because it does take a long ass time to make all new accounts for a new product or game or company. And no wonder people ask for actual, you know, hey, it's Ramon, hey friend, hey. I was just talking about social marketing and how it's so hard to build an audience for a personal brand account, let alone a game or business, and how I, as an amateur, am doing my best to do whatever I can for Tank Off and see if we can get Tank Off a little bit more visibility than the last few games we put out, because I was like, you know, I got off my butt and I made like a new Facebook page, you know, like for example, Purgatory Fell, which was a super cool game. I got to do a couple of like little 3D models in that game, and I did a little bit of help in that game, like a bit of voice acting, and I helped set up that Steam page and the Facebook page. But I didn't really do too much. Like I feel like there was more, you know, so I watch a lot more tutorials since Purgatory Fell, and I feel like we have a better idea of like how to, I guess, market the game. And so you'll be the first one to hear about it. The coming soon page still isn't up just yet, but probably within a week or two we'll have the coming soon page available. It's just that it turns out that we have to actually add a whole another map into the game to be okay. So like when you get to load a whole, when you get to put a game up on Steam, I'm learning all about this stuff as we do it. Like this is actually the second game that we've put up on Steam. First one was Purgatory Fell, and that was actually published by like another company, but we were the ones, you know, that put it up on there. So it's really interesting. I love it. It's really fun to see. It's actually extremely easy to put up a game on GameJolt or itch.io, but Steam really makes you do like cartwheels and like jump through flaming hoops, and you have to like make sure that everything that's in your screenshots is also in the game already. And that's great quality control, in my opinion. I'm glad that they have that in place. And so we actually have to make sure that there's a whole level in there, because we had been taking screenshots, but the level actually wasn't in the game yet, because there's just a lot of cool details. Sweet! Yay, Ramon! Yeah, no rush, friend. It'll be around. I'm just hyped up because it's like all I've been working on for the last few days, and so I'm like pumped, and it's really exciting because it's not just me who's excited about it, but getting to see everyone in the game and like their reactions, and like the players in the Martian Games Discord, they're all so excited, and people are posting video capture, and so I'm actually going to go through and make a better trailer with some better highlights and stuff. The only reason why we put up that crappy trailer, it's not crappy, it's just like a super short video that we need to put together an actual edited version. And the reason why we did that is because we thought that when we were submitting the game for the coming soon situation, that they would just like let us have the coming soon page, because it wasn't like really out yet anyway. So that's what I mean by jumping through flaming hoops. We're like, okay, so we'll fix that error or whatever, but yeah, there's no real rush because even the coming soon page isn't up just yet. But so that's why I'm trying to like do everything in my power to like learn the ins and outs of like how we can prepare for even the coming soon page. So on the Discord, we've got everyone there, and so my task today for the Twitch stream later tonight is going to be getting the promo materials together and actually getting some gifs ready and some animated gifs, because one guy had a great idea. He had or a great point. He was like a game developer dude. We watched so many videos. Like I don't even remember his name. Of course, I gotta get better at remembering people's names when I can remember what they're talking about, but and I can remember the look of his face. And I had never even. There's so many YouTubers. My first time seeing this guy, but he made a great point. He said that if you can make a bunch of like screen capture of your gameplay and then make a ton of tiny little GIFs and then just like put those out, you know, like every day, like put out a GIF with the links or whatever. Like obviously you don't want to be a spamaholic or anything, but with regular GIFs, and then I'm pretty good with the Davinci Resolve now, so I can do some really cool overlays. So all those awesome GIFs that we can make, or the little video clips and GIFs that I can make, I could put my Shin games on top. So yeah, I know some of the GIFs, some of the GIF quality really sucks, and that is usually when you have to compress it a whole ton. So my goal today is to make some decent GIFs that maybe aren't like gigantic, but they're, you know, that will look better than bad, and then that way we can have those gameplay GIFs ready to go. So every time we share about the game and stuff, it might sound like boring stuff, but most of it's actually pretty fun. And since I've been trying to learn website design and trying to make websites look good, it's been pretty good practice for me to make pages for each. Well, I actually have been making pages for each of the games that I have made. All my little mini games in my portfolio are on my site now, and I've been pretty quiet lately, just trying to make all that look better and take the time that it takes to like learn how in the heck to make my site look any better than it already did before. So, oh yeah, and I made the special page for my Patreon supporters. So I learned a lot about that stuff, and I'm trying to learn like how to be an independent business person, and as I learn more details, like how to survive as an independent artist or independent creator, whether you're trying to make games like me or whether you are, you know, I feel like a lot of the same principles apply to different genres, but the way like I am trying to learn about video, game dev, social marketing, those things apply to so many different genres that I'll be sure to like make a compilation of all the info that I come up with, and I can regurgitate all the stuff that I learn as best as I can down the line. But first I'll have to work on my own successful business and get to that point where I can say, hey, look, I did it. Right now I'm still working on that. So it's kind of like a journey, you know, it's like a process, you know, we're on that journey together. You guys can watch me try, and if I fail, then at least you can see me try and fail. So yeah, Kitty is sitting right there on the floor. I've been drinking cherry bubbly sparkle, and the coffee's almost gone. That's sad. I got the awesome coaster that the Live Coders team sent me. Oh yeah, I gotta remind myself to wear the jersey tonight because I'll be doing some types of coding. I don't know what type of coding I'll be doing tonight, but note to self, wear the jersey. I was just glad I found a pair of shorts that wasn't like too short or too long that I could wear. And yeah, so I finally am wearing some shorts that are cute. I don't actually own too many shorts because I just don't really like wearing shorts in public. It's just something I don't like to do. I'll wear like pants under a skirt, like shorts under a skirt. It's weird. I am so weird. Like, I'm talking about going out into public, or like if I was gonna be on camera, like I just would like to wear pants. I don't want to wear really short shorts. And the same thing goes for even if I have to like walk to the mailbox, like I want to wear shorts that are at least like not booty shorts. One time I walked across it's like not even the street, it's like the parking lot, just like go check my mailbox. and has some dude like slowing down, like whistling. I'm like, dude, I like live right here. Like, can I not, kid? Like, thank you, but no, thank you. So yeah, that's why I like to wear longer shorts when I go to the mailbox. Anytime I stream on YouTube or Twitch, I'm now when it's really hot, I'm trying to think about like what can I wear that is appropriate, that's also like bearable to wear because it's actually really hot lately. And the other day it was even in like the mid 90s. It was super hot and gross. And when I even found these shorts, they're like mid length. They're still like too hot, so it's a little bit better today. Oh, thanks, Ramon. I won't fail. Okay. Well, if you believe in me, then I believe in me. Sometimes it takes like the reflection of some good friends around you to know your worth and to like keep a positive mindset. But that's why I have to like remind myself to take multivitamins every day and get some sunshine and, you know. Oh, you can show that. Wait, I put your name on the automatically approved list. I don't know why I had to approve that. But that's okay. I think I put a lot of words on. You're like, can't even walk to the mailbox. I know. I was like, you know what? At least I still got it, you know. But I was like, I don't want, like, if someone's attracted to me enough to, like, slow down and whistle, I don't want that same person to, like, see exactly what apartment, like, I went into, you know? Like, it's, like, you know, a little bit more, like, whatever, you know? Like, if I'm out at the beach or something or the store, which I wouldn't really be wearing shorts anyway, but, you know. I don't mind compliments, you know? I do my best to not be you know, try to take compliments gracefully. Let's just put it that way. But at the same time, you gotta be careful these days. Oh, that's okay, Ramon. I found that funny. I'm still trying to get used to the YouTube live stuff, but maybe just because I added you to the automatically approved list, maybe that was just for the URLs. Maybe because I had certain words under the words list, maybe that's why it still made me have to approve it, but it made it easy for me to show that. So that was cool. Looks like today the chat's not working again. So let me go ahead and, I mean, I'll probably wrap this up pretty soon because I gotta go get lunch. But I was gonna just log in really quickly and see if we can fix this chat because I was so happy the other day when the chat was working. Okay, I see what's going on here. This awesome thing needs to eventually get turned off. So what is happening is it's getting turned on but not off. We're good, we're good. Hey, there's the chat. Alright. I don't know why the chat wasn't working before, but there it is. I just had to log into Streamlabs and it woke up the chat. Sorry, it wasn't there before. Alright, well, since actually Streamlabs is really cool because if you have YouTube, excuse me, I've been drinking all this yummy bubbly and coffee. That tasted like cherry coffee. Alright, and I spared you. I didn't actually burp directly into the microphone. By the way, if anyone ever listens to this, if anyone ever watches this stream who is a person that burps like directly into the ear as if I am like all about burp ASMR, man, every time I'm watching a stream or a video, someone does that to me, I'm just like, why do you gotta do that to me? I'm not a 12-year-old boy. Like, I hate it when people burp really loudly into my ear. Like, if it's just natural, fine. I don't know why. Sometimes it can be, I guess, entertaining, but it just grosses me out every time. I guess that's the purpose. I try not to burp directly into the microphone, and right when I tried to not do that to you, I remembered all the people who do that to me. True. And what I was gonna tell you is that anyone that has Streamlabs, it's actually really cool because even if you don't use Streamlabs OBS, like you can use Streamlabs, the website, with YouTube, Twitch, and Facebook. And the coolest thing is that you can actually combine those accounts so that you can have the different alerts for your accounts. And the one thing is that sometimes when I go like log in and log out of my different like 1 minute I'm logged into Twitch and then the next minute I'll log into my YouTube, just seems like I have to like log into, like if I'm streaming onto YouTube, I just have to it's like I'm logged into my Twitch version right now. So here, I'll show you what it looks like. See right here? So you can actually toggle which one you're in right now. And right now we're in the Twitch account, so then you can toggle into your YouTube or your Facebook, which are the other. I had a Mixer account. I lost track ever since I heard they were going out of business. I'm like, fine, you know what? I would have tried it, but I don't even really have an Xbox, so I was like, that's why I never really tried. So anyway, I thought that I would have to like log into my YouTube. But you can toggle between these, and I can't still like completely understand the difference all the time. Like, anyway, you can see that the struggle is real. I'm trying to be a good streamer for you, friends. I'm doing my best to be a good streamer for you, and the fact that there's anyone like Ramon or a handful of friends that stop by, like whether you like even if you don't have a chance to say like physically hello in the chat, like don't worry about that, it's fine. Just the fact that I have an outlet to say hi, and I know that some people stop by regularly and touch base with me, it means a lot to me. And I know I do the same with other people, whether they're actually on YouTube or just friends in real life, that I feel like now more than ever it is really important to stay in touch with the people that matter to you, and family and friends. And that reminds me, I should probably go check in with some of my family today, so I'm gonna go do that. Thanks again to everyone who stopped by this evening, or this early evening. It's only 6:30 p.m. So, but yeah, I'll catch you next time. Maybe I'll do a short stream tomorrow. I'll definitely be on Twitch tonight, and I'll see you later. Bye, friends. Take care.